FM. We're also streaming from that SuperTalk Mississippi app and your local SuperTalk Mississippi radio station. Don't forget about watching us, too. You can find us on your computer or your mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV. Now, we got Mr. Adam May, who's joining us with Tennessee Valley Authority. Don't worry, it's not just for Tennessee. They got some good things happening in Mississippi, too. So welcome, Adam.
Thank you for having me.
I was happy to have you because anytime we can talk about giving Mississippi schools a little bit of an opportunity to get some money or to do some cool things, I think that's really fun. But I did get tickled because I had to go back. I was like, okay, Adam, this says Tennessee. Are you sure this is for Mississippi too before we have an awkward conversation on air?
Yeah, we get that sometimes. Of course, the Tennessee Valley region includes parts or all of 7 different states, and Mississippi is one of the largest territories that we have. It's about a little more than half of the state, I believe, and so we're proud to serve all the 800,000 or so folks there that we serve.
So what is the Tennessee Valley Authority, if folks listening may not know what that is?
Well, our mission is to produce a reliable and affordable power for the entire region, and we also protect the environment, and we assist our counties that we serve with economic development. And so the most impact that we have probably is on our average customer, though, is keeping the lights on through our power plants across the region. And so we serve Mississippi through 30 local power companies, and they buy power from us, and then they provide it to the customer directly.
Good deal. Okay, so you guys have an opportunity for students in STEM, all about some STEM education and increasing access for that as well as opportunities. So how did this all come about?
So each year for the last several years, we've been providing these TVA classroom STEM grants. And of course, STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. And all that it requires is for a teacher in a K-12 school, private or public, to go to TVA.com/STEM. They put some information in about their school, they put their name in, and the kind of project they're wanting to do. So some schools will do like 3D printers. Some schools are doing lasers and all kinds of things. And they can apply for up to $5,000. And if they're successful, they get that money by the end of this year, by the end of this calendar year. So they'll be able to use that money this current school year and provide something to their students that perhaps they otherwise couldn't have afforded to provide. So really it's just a way for TVA to help these teachers hopefully inspire an interest in the STEM fields for their students so that when they grow up, they might pursue a career in some of these fields.
Does it have to be a teacher who's teaching science or math? Could it be an English or an art teacher or some other form of one of the, I guess even history? I guess I don't know. But that can show that they're bringing STEM into the classroom? Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah. It certainly can be any teacher at all, K-12. We see a lot of STEM coordinators and science and math teachers, obviously, but we have a lot of elementary school teachers who apply for these grants as well, and they several of them are successful, lowest kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade. So it's just putting your idea down on that form and describing it well, and seeing if you are successful in getting it. We hope a lot of folks in Mississippi will apply and be successful.
Is the application process hard, Adam, or is it like a little essay or just giving your ideas?
Not hard at all. You just, like I said, you put the name of your school, the teacher puts their own name, and they put down what they want to do with the money. And I'll give you a couple of examples.
Yeah, give us some examples.
Last year, Mississippi had $94,500 awarded to 21 teachers during the last school year. And one of them was the Mississippi School for Mathematics and Science in Columbus. And they were offering an independent study course on environmental science, which incorporated material covered in a pilot unit, which they'd already done. And it allowed them to continue that study. And they were trying to provide AP Environmental Science as a new course in 1 to 2 years. So this was kind of the bridge to get them there. And it was a collaborative effort between their chemistry and biology departments to do new lab experiments. So that was one. And then the Tupelo Career Technical Center at Tupelo High School got $5,000, and they did Operation Take Flight, and students learned how to program and fly drones. So you can see there's various, from environmental science to drones to 3D printers. There's all kinds of different ways that teachers across our region use this money.
If a student's listening, Adam, and maybe one day they want to get into, all things power or, a co-op or something that's your nature, is STEM a good place for them to stop, whether they, either want to work on a power line or in the office or thinking about, coming up with new technologies to make us more energy efficient? Is this all sort of like trying to encourage that brain in terms of STEM?
Well, it is, of course. We'd love for some of these students to one day work at TVA. We have a lot of good men and women right now working to keep our power grid efficient and reliable, and we're going to need folks in the future to do the same thing, and whether that's through engineering or some other type of science. We have varied backgrounds in all of our plants. It takes people of all kinds of specialties to do those things, but we're going to need folks in the future to keep the power grid going. And we also know that there could be a student out there now listening who one day finds a new way to produce power that changes the whole game. And if not for programs like this, may not be inspired to do so. So we really just want our young people to become interested in these fields and to pursue them. And if they don't work at TVA, we hope they will at least make a better life for their family and make their communities a better place to live when they grow up. And we think that STEM is a good place to start. We know there's a shortage of STEM workers across the country and across the Tennessee Valley region.
Well, if nothing else, it's fun. My seventh grader, anytime she gets an opportunity to do STEM in the classroom or it gets sort of brought in, it's coming home and like, "Woo, Mom, cool this, robots that, coding all the things." And I'm like, we just didn't have any of that, Adam. Like, there's no 3D printers, any of that sort of,
No.
So, yeah, if nothing else, the hands-on activity to me is just so much fun, and kids really seem to enjoy it. So if teachers want to apply for this, when's the deadline, Adam?
September the 15th is the deadline, and then, like I said, it's very simple. You just go to tva.com/STEM, and the only requirement is that in addition to be a K-12 teacher, you have to work at a school that is served by a TVA power provider. So, like I said, that's more than half of Mississippi, but if you want to, you just ask your school administrator, do you have a TVA power provider, and if you do, you can apply.
Pretty cool. All right. Well, I appreciate your time, Adam. We'll be looking forward to seeing what all our Mississippi teachers come up with for these grants.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right.